What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Texans Better Talk Show. You read the thumbnail, you know what I'm about to say. Let's get into it, man. I think the Texans will beat the Browns playoff one, week one. I might be a bit biased, but I have some real reasons to believe that. And so let's take you all the way back 3 weeks ago, week 16, December 24th. Browns come to NRG and beat the Texans by 14 points. Now, if you're into sports betting or you're into lines, anything like that, you know that the line for this game isn't Browns minus 14 or Browns minus 10. It's Browns minus 2.5. Now, why could that be? Obviously, some very key injuries, injured players that didn't play the first time we played the Browns versus now. Will Anderson, not playing. Jonathan Grenard did not play against the Browns in week 16. Those are our two best edge rushers on the team. Both of them did not play. Grenard leads the team in sacks. Will Anderson leads the team in quarterback hurries and pressures. And his advanced statistics, basically, he's a god in terms of advanced statistics. They both didn't play. Blake Cashman was out. Blake Cashman, by advanced statistics, is our best linebacker. So we were without our two best edge rushers and our best linebacker. Okay, but you might be. Well, that doesn't really matter because Joe Flacco still threw for 370 yards, three touchdowns, two interceptions, and tore the defense apart. I'll give you that, but what I will say is he wasn't getting pressured at all. Part of the pass game is protection. When you're giving your quarterback all day to throw the ball, sure, he'll make plays. And flipping over to the offensive side, CJ Stroud was out, and that's a huge part of our offense. That's our quarterback. Our offense could not possess the ball to save our life. I mean, whatever our game plan was with Case Keenum did not work. Case Keenum played arguably the worst game of his career against the Browns. And despite that, the moment we took him out, Davis Mills went in, threw for two touchdowns, and in like 7 minutes. And you might be saying, well, that was the end of the fourth quarter. They took out all their starters. It was the bench players. I'll give you that. But I mean, Mills is our bench player. Like to me, Mills scores that first touchdown. The Browns are like, okay, let's actually put some starters back in. And they put the starters back in, and Mills scores a second touchdown. Now, obviously, you can't come back from that big of a gap, but I mean, still, something to think about. Another factor that I think plays into this that people aren't talking about is the fact that the Browns kicker got injured, meaning that every fourth down, Joe Flacco went out there and basically converted it because our defense couldn't do anything to stop him. And every extra point was not an extra point because their kicker was injured. It was a 2 point conversion try, and they got a lot of those too. So Joe Flacco to me had like the perfect storm of being able to throw well. Number one, he himself played well. Uh, his offense was out there forever because our defense was out there forever because our offense couldn't possess the ball. And their kicker was out. So we had so many opportunities to go for it on fourth down and to go for 2 point conversions because their kicker was out. So to me, when we come back and we play this team again, we're going to have our two best edge rushers. We're going to have our best linebacker. We're going to have our best offensive player. Noah Brown will likely be back. He missed the Colts. He practiced today. Surprisingly, I didn't think we'd have Noah Brown. We might have Noah Brown back. He was limited today in practice. So it will be a completely different team. Now, obviously, that Browns defense is still amazing. And this is playoff Joe Flacco we're talking about. This isn't regular season Joe Flacco. But what sticks out to me is look, Joe Flacco, since taking over the Browns, has the highest interception rate in the league. Joe Flacco does not. He puts the ball in harm's way a lot. Stroud does not. So I'm thinking back to Week 16. Joe Flacco had two interceptions. Case Keenum had two. I mean, knock on wood. In this game, if Joe Flacco turns the ball over, C.J. Stroud, again, knock on wood, most likely will not turn the ball over as much as Joe Flacco. That's a huge win for Texans fans. Just the fact that our offense will be able to move the ball against this defense, hopefully, with CJ Stroud, is a huge win for Texans. Obviously, we got to clean up our defense. We got to clean up our run defense because if I'm the Browns, I'm trying to run the ball for sure. I mean, after that performance against the Colts, so our D line needs to bounce back. But look, man, again, this is going to be a very close game. It could go both ways. Personally, I have the Texans on top simply because of CJ Stroud, because of our ability to win clutch games, especially when we're underdogs, and our ability to pressure Joe Flacco with these players coming back, Blake Cashman back. And I have a feeling, man, the Texans want this win really bad. They really do. And the Browns are a great organization, great football team. It'll truly come down to who wants it more. And I hope us Texans, man, we can come through and win this game. So that's all I got for this video, man. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment down any other things I missed that you guys want to point out. I will say real quick, I think Dustin Hopkins is unlikely to play. So they probably won't have their starting kicker, their very reliable kicker. Brings up the question, well, who's going to be kicking on kickoffs for them? Damian Pierce maybe take it to the house again. Are they going to be able to kick field goals? I'm assuming they will be. I'm assuming that, they have a backup kicker. Are they going to be able to make those field goals? Who knows, man? Just another thing that kind of tips it in the Texans' way, as well as the fact that it's being played at NRG. So kind of went on a little bit longer there as a side note, but thank you all so much for watching. If you want more content like this, please like and subscribe. Ask any questions down below. I'd be happy to answer them, and I'll see y'all on the next one, man. See y'all Saturday. Peace out.